Yo, what's going on, Geminites? It's your boy Gem Mint.
Milton the Manimal.
We're here with a kind of amalgamation of videos. The Watcher and a CGC spotlight on Nova 1. So we're going to talk about why it's a spec book, and then we're going to look at the census and GPA and take a look at the value.
And you know this is one of our favorite books, that NOVA.
That NOVA. Stay tuned. The Watcher. All right, guys, welcome back. So this is Manimal's pick.
Yeah, so always loved Nova. I used to own, I think it was, I can't even remember if it was a 9.2 or 9.4.
Yeah.
We got rid of it in one of the auctions. I love the character of Nova.
That Dick Rider.
One of my favorite characters, especially since the Annihilation storyline, really kind of changed him and bumped him to that like elite status.
So was he a favorite before Annihilation?
You know, I always have been a fan of the 90s, as you
Even the New Warriors?
The New Warriors, I loved that. But Annihilation bumped him up. I mean, put him
on a whole nother stratosphere.
Right.
He was always like a cannonball kind of character to me prior to that.
And he was always a little bit of a knockoff Green Lantern.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
well, the Nova Corps and the Green Lantern Corps,
correct,
very similar.
Yeah. So, was looking at this book for a while. Knew I wanted to get another copy. It's a relatively modern book. You consider this a modern book, right? 76?
76. I think CGC considers it modern. Me, that shit is like 8 years before I was born.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I didn't realize how old that it was that old. But this is a book that you got to get in 9.8 to hold really any value. And it's been jumping. It's been jumping. I saw it on eBay. Was haunting around at around 1,000. Snagged it up eventually and got white pages, of course, and you got to have it right here.
So you got the perfect version of this book, in my opinion. Blue label, unrestored, 9.8 with white pages. It's a beautiful copy. Mm-hmm. And we're speculating that this book has room to grow, like a lot of other people are speculating too.
Yes.
Because what's next in the phase 4 of the MCU?
Right. So what we've seen through the MCU, and I think the biggest eye-opener was Guardians of the Galaxy. You've just introduced this crazy cosmic universe that can be adapted and grown upon. The Nova Corps was introduced. You've got all these different characters out there. You got to know that Nova's going to be coming soon, and everyone thinks he is.
And then, the MCU really drives values on these key issues.
Yeah.
And we also have the Disney streaming service, where even if they come out with a Nova Corps show, it's still going to bump this book up.
Good point.
So speaking of this book, we mentioned it came out September 1976, first appearance of Nova, Richard Rider. Mm-hmm. There is a Sam Alexander Nova, which came apart in the Marvel Now reboot of like 2012.
It was like a one-shot, yeah.
It's also the first appearance of Ginger J. I don't even know who that is.
Totally.
It's a Marv Wolfman story, who we've seen him a couple times this year.
Yo, Marv Wolfman's great too. I mean, he's great at introducing these younger new characters, the Titans, the Deathstrokes, those kind of guys,
John Buscema and Joe Sinnott art, Rich Buckler and Joe Sinnott cover. There have been 3,152 copies graded by CGC.
What is that? Is that good number, high number, middle number? From what you've seen?
Middle to higher.
Okay.
So it's definitely not a rare book. And that's the thing with old school collectors will tell you, Hulk 181 shouldn't be valuable. It's the same with this book. In the 70s, collectors saw what the 60s books done. Mm-hmm. And they were printed a lot more, and they were kept in good condition a lot more. Back in the 60s, kids were rolling up ASM 1s and putting them in their back pocket. Right. That shit wasn't happening by 1974, 1976. So there's been 3,100 copies, but the reason why you play the 9.8 game is because out of 3,152 copies, only 282 are graded at a 9.8.
Damn, your boy's got one.
And out of the 282, only 253 are unrestored blue label, because 29 of those are signature series, which would have been a little bit more value to the book, but I feel like it shortens the market on who you could sell the book to.
Right, and then it's also, I mean, I'm guessing the signature most likely is probably Marv Wolfman.
Right. You could have a lot. You could have a lot, yeah. Joe Sinnott, Stan Lee.
Yeah, and we both agree that the Stan Lee on a book that he's not a part of has always been weird to us.
I never liked that as a collector, but now that he's gone, it's like you could never get it again. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So anyway, now that we know how many copies there are, let's take a look at GPA to figure out the value, right? So in a 9.8, the 90-day average based on 14 sales is $1,021. The last sale is $1,100, and the 12-month average is $817. So it's been going up recently. I think the closer we are getting to phase 4,
right,
more people like this guy are jumping onto it. You want to say what you spent?
Yeah, I already did. I spent about $1,000. I think it was like 1,005 maybe.
And then they gave out coupons and shit afterwards on eBay.
Oh yeah, the 15% off stuff.
Yeah, so there's a huge jump in this book from a 9.6 to a 9.8. And they might reflect the census numbers because there's 730 9.6s out there, only 282 9.8s. So a 9.6 has been averaging about $300.
Wow, that's a huge jump.
Big jump from a 9.6 to a 9.8. So you could get into this book at a 9.6, and your 300, you might end up flipping that up to 600, something like that.
Right, investment wise, that might be the better bet.
It might be. Now, $1,000 book right now. If Nova starts becoming a main character, if they do an Annihilation movie, if they do a Nova Corps show or movie, the sky's the limit. I mean, if you look at a Hulk 181 9.8 is like $35,000 right now.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, he's much more of a popular character, but talking about census numbers and grades in the same kind of time frame, it has potential to grow
For sure. Great character, so much potential in the MCU. Visually as well. And I feel like this Captain Marvel movie is going to highlight how great of a character he could be.
He might even show up in it. You never know. Anyway, so I guess that's everything. I definitely like the book. I think it's a good buy. I like all those kind of Bronze Age keys, man.
Oh, I know.
They're all super hot right now. All right, so let us know what you think about that NOVA in the comments below. Make sure to hit us with a like on the way out. And subscribe to the channel for more daily content, which includes CGC spotlights, watcher videos, and more. Stay minty. Peace. Let's start over.
Okay.
Yo, what's going on, Geminites? It's your boy Gem Mint.
Milton Animal?
We're here with an amalgamation of... Did I say it wrong that time?
No.
Amalgamation?
I like it when you said a little bit of a... Like, hesitate a little
Okay.
more.
Yo, what's going on, Geminites? It's your boy Gem Mint.
Milton Animal?
We're here with a little bit of a amalgamation. I feel like I can't say it right
Amalgamation.
now. Amalgamation?
Amalgamation.
Should I just say it?
Yeah, you gotta use it. It's a great word.
Amalgamation?
Amalgamation.
I killed it on the first try.
Yeah, you did. Oh, we're thinking it now.
Yeah. Yo, what's going on, Geminites? It's your boy Gem Mint.
Milton Animal?
We're here with kind of a amalgamation of videos here. We have a watcher video mixed with the CGC. And you didn't give me the when I did the amalgamation.
What? I felt forced though. Okay. Wait, okay. Woosah. Shake it off. Let's do it. I got you.